Hi guys, I'm Connor from Surface to Air Sports, and this is the 2020 Never Summer Westbound snowboard. We are a board sports retailer based in Poole in the UK. We specialise in snowboarding, wakeboarding and kitesurfing. If you're interested in getting a new snowboard for this season, check out this video on the Westbound and let us know what you think. Okay, so the Never Summer Westbound for 2020 is a new snowboard from Never Summer, or technically it's a variation on an old snowboard from Never Summer. The Never Summer West was a really popular all-mountain snowboard, and they've changed it and tweaked it ever so slightly for 2020 and created the Westbound. So this is an intermediate to expert level snowboard, features a mid-stiff profile, and the main sort of variations they've put on it from last year are its shape, its camber profiling and the carbon layups. There's quite a few changes in the board this year. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run through those and explain what they are. So the Never Summer Westbound is, like I say, it's an all-mountain, slightly free ride board. So they've changed it, like I say, from the previous years. Westbound's variation on an old model. It's now got a slightly more directional shape. It's still sort of all mountain focused, but they have moved the bindings back ever so slightly, and they've also put a little bit of taper in it so that you get more effective side cut when you're carving down the mountain. And they've just sort of pointed the nose on it, give you a little bit more nose on the front, and just means you're going to sit a little bit further on the back foot, which makes it great for coming down in the powder, and it'll just give you fantastic rise and lift up out of that nice, light, fluffy snow. So for 2020, the Westbound incorporates Never Summer's Fusion Rocker Camber. Now, for those of you who don't know, Never Summer were the originators of hybrid cambers with their original Rocker Camber. They haven't stopped there, they've since made their Ripsaw Rocker Camber, and now from their Shaper series, the Tim Canaday line, there's the Fusion Rocker Camber. That's a lot of words with the word camber in it. I'm going to run through that and explain what it means. So Fusion Rocker Camber is one of the best hybrid cambers on the mountain, particularly for riding in sort of slightly more free ride and those powdery conditions when you want to charge, you want to go fast, you're doing some really good downhill groomers or side country. And how it works is you've got, now how well you'll be able to see the profile, but on the nose you've got a good bit of rocker. Then underneath that sort of front insert, you've got a reasonably mellow camber profile, rocker through the center of the board, and then more aggressive camber in the back, and then rocker again. What I really like about Never Summer boards is they're one of the only brands that gives you those 3 contact points with the snow. So you've got that rocker on the front, rocker in the center, and rocker on the back. What that means is when you're turning, obviously you pivot the board from its center, but the nose of the board will lead in contact with the snow, and then the back of the board as well, from the tail, that contact point will follow through on those turns. You get really smooth turns in the snow. What's really nice is that rocker in the front will give you loads of lift. You've got that sort of a mellower camber in the front, so you're still getting a lot of performance, a lot of drive with that front foot, but it's not going to affect that rocker. You're still going to get a nice amount of smooth performance and lift. Rocker through the center is going to keep that lift going, and then you've got that more dynamic. It's the camber from their Ripsaw in the back, and that's just going to give you a load more drive, and it's going to give you a substantial amount of ollie power as well. So don't think that this board is just about charging down the mountain, it's just that free ride style. Like I said, it's an all mountain board, so there is a lot of play in it still. Can be ridden in that all mountain freestyle style. When you're sort of hitting side hits and you're just wanting to be a little bit more poppy and a little bit more fun, having those sort of 2 cambers with the more dynamic camber in the back just gives it that versatility. So internally, the Westbound is made with Never Summer's super light wood core, which is sustainably grown poplar wood reinforced with birch stringers. And what that means is you get a medium flex core, which is really nice, really responsive, but it's also incredibly light and really durable. And then they've backed that up with their RSD2 dampening system, which is 3 layers of dampening. What I've got to say, from Never Summer in the Westbound, is one of the smoothest rides on a snowboard I've ever ridden. Riding it in the test last year, and it's just, that dampening really works. You can hit that really lumpy, that sort of chattery snow when you know you're going to get that vibration up through your knees, and it just smooths it out. You can still feel the contours of the snow, you can still feel the terrain that you're riding, but everything's really nice. It's really silky smooth underfoot, and you don't get any of that reverberation come back up through you, which sometimes throws you off when you're riding. So I'd really look at the Westbound if you're looking for a really nice smooth ride. So the carbon layup on the Westbound is a new carbon weave from Never Summer. It's what they call their reclusive web carbon, which you can imagine like a spider's web. It sort of goes out from the insert, backwards and forwards towards the nose and towards the tail of the board. And what this means is it's get amazing response in and out of the turns. It makes the board really snappy, gives you a load of pop off sort of jumps and ollies, but it also gives it fantastic edge hold and edge-to-edge transference of energy in and out of the turns. Along the edges of the Never Summer Westbound, Never Summer don't tend to use one continuous side cut. And what they use in the Westbound is what they call their Vario Power Side Cut technology. They like to use really long words. What that is, instead of one sweeping curve, it's 5 different angled side cuts. You can't really see it looking at it, but it is there. What that does is it produces a great level of edge hold. Rather than just having one slicing line that bites into the snow in those carving turns, having those progressive angles just allows the board to bite into the snow at every stage through the carve, and it'll just give you a fantastic amount of edge hold, especially when combined with that Fusion Camber rocker. And this board's just great on the carve, in and out of those turns. And then it's also backed up along the sides. You've got Never Summer's patented Ptex Sidewalls. So Ptex being the material you normally make the base out of the snowboard out of, Never Summer also make their sidewalls because it's more durable than ABS. It handles better at colder temperatures, and it just makes an incredibly strong board that adds to what I was talking about earlier. It takes away some of that vibration that you get through the board sometimes and just makes this board incredibly smooth to ride. Okay, so lastly on the Westbound, it's finished off with Never Summer's DuraSurf XT 5501 Sintered Base. It's a really high-end grade of sintered base that runs incredibly quick, is really durable, and is reserved for their high-end snowboards. So if you're looking at that really high-performance ride, again, consider the Never Summer Westbound. So the Never Summer Westbound, it's an intermediate to expert level snowboard. It's all mountain. Very much all mountain. It's from that guy who wants to do a little bit of everything, who still wants to play about, who loves sort of the occasional side hit, who wants to ride really quick, and most of all, loves coming in and out of the pow. With that sort of high rise nose on it, you've got that Fusion Rocker Camber. This thing will excel everywhere, but I guarantee once you get it into the powder, you'll know exactly why you've bought this board. Okay guys, I've been Connor from Surface to Air Sports. Like I said, this is the Never Summer Westbound for 2020. If you're interested in this board or any other Never Summer board, you can take a look at our website, s2as.com. If you have got any specific questions, drop them in the comments below. We do monitor them and we will reply to you. You can always pick up the phone, then the number should be on the screen now. If you would please like this video, subscribe to our channel. The more likes and subscriptions we get, the more we know we're doing the right sort of thing, and we're going to make more of these videos for you to enjoy. Like I say, if you want Never Summer Westbound, hop on our website, get one now. These things are going quick and they are amazing.